Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoga Therapy made possible by UCLA Health's Integrative Medicine Collaborative. My name is Julie, and I'm here to be your guide today as we explore the stress response, the stress that we carry around, the stress that is a involuntary action on the body's part. We can cultivate the opposite by dropping into relaxation, but that requires consciousness and our active effort. So today in class, we're going to focus on that, keeping in mind that stress is the cause of 75 to 90% of doctor visits in the United States. And it's also linked to the six highest causes of death. So it's really, really important for us to cultivate the opposite, to come into a relaxive state, or yogic principles would teach to return to a relaxive state that is our true nature. So let's start by coming into a seated posture, either in a chair or on the floor. Coming into stillness and quiet, you might notice that the mind feels very active, or you might even feel resistance to come into stillness and quiet. Whatever you're experiencing, just notice, just witness. When we practice, we're also bumping into that tendency that we all have to want a moment to be different than it is. So let's start with acceptance. Acceptance of the weather, of temperature, of issues you may have in the body or the mind or the heart. Letting your listening, internal listening, connect mind to body. And now let's begin to actively participate, sitting up as tall as you can with the knees on top of the ankles, the shoulders on top of the hips, the forehead on top of the chin. Beautiful plumb line from the ear to the shoulder, shoulder to the hip, knee on top of the ankle. And from here, bring your awareness to the breath that is never not here, as you begin consciously breathing in and out. Remembering that when we breathe for stress reduction, we inhale and exhale through the nostrils, and the breath initiates in the abdominal region. Notice the rhythm and the pace of the breath. Notice if it feels jaggedy or smooth or somewhere in between. Accepting whatever it is you are feeling before you consciously start to switch that up. We'll practice the 3-part breath today, placing both hands on the abdominal region. 3 deep inhales and exhales here. With the inhale, the belly comes away from the spine, and with the exhale, the belly pulls back. Keep one hand on the belly and one to the rib. Inhale, belly and ribs expand. Exhale, rib and belly pull back. Continue on your own. And now one hand remains on the belly and one hand comes to the chest. With your inhale, the belly expands, rib comes away from center, breath comes to the chest. Exhale, chest falls, ribs come together, and belly pulls back. Continue on your own with the 3-part breath. When we are stressed, we tend to have shallow breathing that initiates in the chest, and we tend to breathe through the mouth. So now we are cultivating, actively participating in our return to balance. 3-part breath, a few more here. One more just like this. And bring the hands to the side of the body, reaching the hands toward the floor. With your inhale, pinch the shoulders up high. And with the exhale, release them. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, squeeze and tighten. Exhale, release and return. Last one on your own. With your inhale, circle sweep the right hand, bring it to the side of the left side of the head. Take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, gently press the right ear toward the right shoulder, left hand reaching toward the floor without exceeding your edge. So if it's too easy, go a little deeper. If it's too hard, think about backing off. We are practicing non-harming, and it begins with ourselves. With your inhale, return head and hand to center, and exhale. Inhale, circle, sweep the left arm, bring the left hand to the side of the face, take a deep inhale, and with your exhale, here's the tilt again. Right hand reaches down, left ear toward the left shoulder as you breathe. Reducing muscle tension with every exhale. Reducing stress hormones with the exhale. On your next inhale, return head and hand to the center and exhale. Rotating the shoulders now forward and up and exhale back and down. Now you can stay here, or you can bring the hands to the shoulders with the thumbs back behind the shoulder, or you can separate and bring a circular motion. So just notice which one is going to be better for you today. With the inhale lifting, with the exhale coming back behind. One more in this direction. And now heading in the opposite direction. Inhale back and up, exhale forward and down. Hands on the shoulders. Hands in a circular motion. Whatever works, do one more in this direction. And on your exhale, come back to the center. Let's bring a circular motion now to the torso. With your inhale coming forward, with your exhale coming back. This is also good posture to practice for digestion. Let's go in the opposite direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. Examining the edge here, but not exceeding it. And coming back to the center. Extend both arms out, thumbs pointing up, light pressure of the fingers pressing together. Perhaps noticing the shoulders' tendency to overwork. They might be pinching up. The head might be jutting forward. You want to pull it back, drop the hands so that they're no higher than the shoulders. And make sure you're breathing in and out here through the nostrils. The breath still initiating in the abdominal region. From here, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, right to your edge so that the toes are pointing forward. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, bring the right hand toward the left leg. Left hand comes back behind you. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, left hand comes to right leg. Inhale, center. Continue on your own. This is your posture. With the inhale, making yourself as wide as you can. And with the exhale, flexing and folding. Also choosing a rhythm and a pace without exceeding your edge. And the next time the right hand comes to the left leg, let's hold the pose. You can bring your left hand to your left thigh. You can extend it straight out, or you can reach it up, maybe even bringing the left arm back behind you so that the back of the left hand is reaching for the right hip. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, slowly unwind as you return to the open position. Notice how different it feels. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, we'll twist in the opposite direction. And it might feel different on this side, depending on the history of your body, maybe issues or injuries. Do make sure you are breathing in and out with the exhale, pulling the belly back toward the spine. Take a deep inhale here. As you slowly come up, return to the open position and exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And with your exhale, swan dive down, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Let the head hang, let the tongue drop. Breathing. Maybe clasping the hands, bringing them behind the calf, maybe not. Maybe the hands are on the thighs or below the knee or reaching toward the floor. Accepting the moment. Breathing in the fold. Tuck your chin to your chest as you slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. We'll practice a pose here. You have the option of staying in seated or coming to standing. We're going to stay in this wide stance. Bend in the elbow, make a loose fist. If you're standing, bring the hips back toward the chair. And if you're in the chair, just keep the hips on the chair. Elbows are bent and the forearms are on the thigh. Wherever you are, make sure you're breathing. And make sure that the cervical spine in your neck is in alignment with the spine in the back as you breathe in and out. So the chin slightly tucked to the chest usually takes care of that alignment. Make sure you're breathing. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, slowly release. Inhale, circle sweep. Reach the arms up. Exhale, close the pose. Hands come to your heart. If you're standing or seated, let's heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, right to where you find your mountain pose. From here, we will salute the sun and create heat in the anticipation and expectation of burning off the stress hormones. Drop the hands, circle, sweep, reach. Exhale, follow the breath all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knee if you're standing, circle, sweep, reach up. Exhale, close the pose, hands to your heart. Inhale and sigh it out. Inhale, circle, sweep. Exhale, follow the breath, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, close the pose. Take a deep inhale and exhale. 3 more like this. Letting the breath lead. With the inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. With the inhale, extending. With the exhale, closing the pose. Inhale and exhale. Circle, sweep, reach. Exhale, follow the breath, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep, reach, and lengthen. And exhale, close the pose. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Last one on your own. Letting the breath lead. Exhale, hands at your heart. Take a few deep inhales and exhales here. We'll practice one more pose for balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain, the left and right sides of the body. If you're seated, bring the left leg back behind you, bending the left knee and the top of the foot is on the mat. or on the floor, and the right knee is bent. The right knee is right on top of the right ankle. If you're standing, we're going to do the same thing. Both feet facing forward. So you're not on a tightrope here. You're in the box of your hips, and both feet are facing forward. With your inhale, we're going to lift the arms halfway up, bend the knee. Exhale, close. Let's do 3 more like this. And return to the center. We're going to switch it up a little. Inhale, reach forward and let the left hand come up. Exhale, hands come together and come back. Inhale, left arm up, right arm stays where it is, and exhale. Last one like this. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Both arms at the same time. Inhale, lift, bending the right knee. Exhale, lower. 2 more like this. And let's hold this pose here. If you feel any fatigue, any dizziness, back off of the pose, come into seated and breathe. The second furthest place from the heart on the body is the hands. So anytime we lift the hands above the head and the heart's having to work harder here. Take a deep inhale and exhale, straighten, drop. If you're standing, bring the left foot to meet the right. And if you're seated, same thing, bring the feet together. A little moment of neutrality here before we go to the opposite side. And once again, if you're seated, now the right leg comes back behind you. Top of the right foot on the floor, knee bent. And the left knee is right on top of the left ankle. And if you're standing, same thing, watch the tightrope. You want to be in the box of your hips with the hips facing forward. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale, lower. 3 more like this. And now we'll switch it up. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, back to center and down. 2 more like this. Take a breath here and exhale. And now symmetry. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. 2 more. And let's hold this pose here. The palms are facing each other. The left knee, if you're standing, is tracking right over the left foot. And make sure you're holding the pose, but not holding the breath. You can have a slight bend, you can goal post, or you can reach up without locking out the arms, shoulder soft, tongue drops, breathing. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, straighten the leg, drop the hands, bring right foot to left. And now we'll come to a seated posture, moving the flesh from the sitting bones, sitting up tall, hands rest on the thigh. We'll practice the same thing, but we're going to switch it up. And that's why we're coming to seated. Might be a little bit harder for the brain. With your inhale, lift both arms up. The right arm comes up. Exhale, back to center and come down. Inhale, lift, left arm comes up. And exhale, down. Inhale, halfway, right arm. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway, left arm. Exhale, down. One more time on each side, on your own. Let the hands rest on the thigh. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Let's do both arms now. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. So this is easier for the brain to do. So after the effort, we give the brain something a little bit easier to practice. And let's hold this pose here, sitting up as tall as you can, pressing the tailbone into the chair, lifting up and out without lifting the shoulders. Palms face each other, breathing. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, swan dive all the way down and come into a fold. Either clasping the hands behind the knees, maybe reaching for the floor, letting the head hang, maybe bringing the arms behind the calves, wrapping them around, breathing. Anytime we fold the body, we are dropping into relaxation. Rest, digest, renew, restore. Tuck the chin to the chest as you slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Let's twist. Let's let the spine rotate. We haven't done any of that today. So you can stay where you are in the open twist, which is better for the hip or more friendly for the hip and the low back. You can cross right ankle over left or right knee over left. Tailbone stays rooted to the chair or the floor. With your inhale, lengthen and lift up. With your exhale, twist toward the right and find your edge without feeling pain, but without it feeling too easy. This feeling particularly presents in a twist. You may feel yourself shying away from the edge, or you might feel yourself wanting to exceed the edge. You have complete control here. It's another reason we practice is to remember the things that we have control over. Make sure you're still breathing, maybe bringing the right chin toward the right shoulder, or maybe keeping the head in the neutral position. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, slowly unwind head, shoulders, and low back. Uncrossing the legs if they're crossed and decide what you'd like to do on the opposite side. With your inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, here's the twist. You can even make a loose fist with the right hand, bringing it to the outer edge of the left thigh. Remember, we are practicing doing no harm. The yogic concept of ahimsa. Bring the chin back toward the left shoulder if it serves your purpose. Make sure you're breathing. When we are stressed, we hold our breath. Keep the breath as smooth and steady as you can. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, unwind head, shoulders, and low back. If the legs are crossed, uncross. For the last fold of the day, decide if you'd like to be in the open twist or maybe in the wide stance. What would best serve your purpose? With your inhale, circle sweep, reach up. Follow the breath as you exhale completely. Coming into the fold, releasing the tongue, releasing the teeth, upper from lower, letting the head hang, shoulders remain soft. And here we are leveling out the heart and the lung and all of the organs of digestion and assimilation in a straight line. Make sure you're breathing. Tuck the chin to the chest as you slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. If you're in the wide stance, heel, toe, And come into a relaxive seat now. You can lie on the ground or you can sit in the chair with your back supported. And take a moment here to acknowledge the support of the earth below you always. The chair that we have to seek out. The yoga practice that we also have to seek out. Notice also the support of the roof over your head, or if you're outdoors, the sky above. Support all around. Let your conscious breathing go if you haven't already. Keep the hands on the thighs or place them there if they're not there, and bring the thumb to the pointer finger, light pressure. We'll sit in stillness and quiet for a minute today, letting the work absorb into the body. Notice the unassisted quality of the breath. Perhaps noticing that sense of ease and peace that you have returned to. Yoga principles teach this is the most important moment of the practice. After using breath and body, uniting them, listening to the cueing, and practicing breathing techniques, we tend to return to our true nature, which yogic principles teacher is always here, always. We just lose our way, we get distracted, we get blocked, or we allow someone to block. So here at the end of our time together, think about some way that you can reduce future suffering. Future suffering can and should be avoided. You have just practiced 30 minutes of proactively reducing stress, not just for now, but off of the practice. We tend to feel less stressed when we practiced ahead of time, when we've intentionally squeezed and tightened. Remember, it's a reflex. How can I further reduce future suffering? How can I avoid future suffering? Maybe something's coming up for you. And if something isn't, that's okay. The practice is just in the listening. Maybe something will come up later. Slowly bring your awareness to the tip of the nose and feel what is always here to support you, the breath. Inhaling and exhaling, this breath that we all share equally from wherever we are seated. The breath, the air that unites us. Let's bring the hands to the side of the body, and with your inhale, circle, sweep, and reach. Exhale, press the palms together, hands at your heart. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. And may you live a life with ease. Namaste.
Thank you,